What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Redline Reactions. I'm Evan, and today we have Sleep Token Take Me Back to Eden. Now, I just heard my first Sleep Token song a few days ago, and it was wild. But nearly all of you told me in the comments that this was the song that I had to check out next, and that it was 8 minutes long. So there's not going to be a ton of pauses in here. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. Let's check it out. All these sounds that you're just kind of not used to. Oh, we're back in this realm with the statues.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go. We dive through crystal waters, perfect oceans, but no one told me not to breathe. And now the weightlessness recedes.
It's very breathy.
Mama, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire. I will travel far beyond the path of reason. Take me back to Eden. Take me back to
Okay. So, like I said, it's really interesting kind of what he's doing. It's, as I mentioned, a very breathy sound, right? It's light and airy and breathy. But he goes from that soft, breathy sound up to like full belt, like high pressure, and transitions through that back and forth so quickly and so smoothly. I don't know how many, because I got that vibe from the summoning as well. I don't know how many days they usually take between shows, but I mean, even just in over the course of a single show, that's exhausting. All right, to go from low air, low pressure to high air, heavy bracing over the course of these long songs. And maybe that's why they're so long, is because he needs like 90 seconds of rest in strategic places. But that was crazy. Let's go back to that drop. Huh?
take me back to Eden. Take me back to Eden.
Wow. And it's gone. That's so cool. Ooh, I just got the shivers. Ah.
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the main.
What the fuck? It's like, you know, someone in the comment, actually a few people in the comments were teasing me a little bit after my first video because I was like, what genre is this? And they wrote, what genre is this? Sleep Token. Yes. And it's like he's taking the notion that you must stay within the same like kind of 1 to 3 genres as like a personal challenge. He's like, oh yeah, well here's some screaming, here's some what did you guys call it, sexy token, and then here's rap. I don't understand. Are we supposed to understand? Drop the beat.
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer, I dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. White roses, black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. My mind, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire.
The visuals are starting to grow on me. This is pretty cool. Like less is more. Sexy token? I think so.
I guess it goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what we've got until we lose it.
Pop?
And no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it. And I don't know what's got its teeth in me, but I'm about to bite back in anger. No amount of self-absorbed fury will bring back the glory of innocence.
I've got to be getting to the end. I do kind of like this because I think, God, it feels like so long ago, but I feel like the summoning started started I think it started kind of quiet for like the first couple seconds, and then so I mean, essentially started kind of hard, and I feel like it may have ended kind of hard. This one seems to have started soft, kind of had that big thump in the middle, and then is kind of ending soft. I like that. I didn't expect rap. I didn't expect the pop. That was kind of cool. Um, wow. Well, I guess there's a lesson here. Don't assume anything with Sleep Token. That was really that was a bold choice. He just saved the hardest part for the end of an 8 minute and 20-second song. That's incredible. I'd be very curious to see like what was is Vessel, right? That's the lead singer. Um what's his background? Like he's had some he obviously has had some training, but like in what genre? Because I know I just said that I'm not going to assume anything with Sleep Token. I'm going to make one assumption. Going to assume that he didn't start doing all of this. It may have come quickly, but I would be stunned if, he didn't like just come from like a musical theater family or performing arts, go to a performing arts school or sing in choir growing up or, um, you know, have parents who are musicians, things like that. Like what led to this point? It's the music is so hard to define. I've said it before, primarily in some of my like earlier videos, but it it seems as though it's like you're taking six or seven seemingly random things and just throwing them at the wall, and it shouldn't work. It shouldn't. Right? I'll tell you right now what I'm hearing from Sleep Token. If you didn't hear the song and you just asked someone to describe it to you, it's like, okay, so there's like this soft and breathy part. It kind of has that like lilt and where it's like, what did I call it last time? Like deliberate um softening of like enunciation or something like that. And then you have kind of goes into a little bit riffier metal and then pulls back bird sounds and then rap slash hip hop and then pop and then deathcore. That person would be like, this song fucking sucks. But it doesn't, right? It doesn't. How do you make that work? How do you realize, like, at what point, like, how do they write their songs? That must be a wild process, right? To get through that first kind of metal riffy part and go, you know what this needs? Animal noises. Though I no, those came first. That was the when Take Me Back to Eden was on the screen. But you know what this needs now? A little bit of hip hop. Like you got to be real sure of yourself. Otherwise, you've just wasted a song. This is incredible. And like I said, the visuals are the visuals are growing on me. And I don't really know how to fully describe them properly. I think we're gonna look at some use these words in like the most literal form. I think the visuals are disturbing. I think they're supposed to be, right? From what it looks like, they look like angels. All right. Now we like to think about angels as like the ones in the Philadelphia cream cheese commercial where they're like, oh, angels were not that, right? Um, that's sort of what you're seeing here. I loved that line, white roses, black doves. That was really cool. Sort of that contrast. But I'm gonna have to give this another couple listens because I was just sort of taking everything in right now, and it was magnificent. But I think we can all agree like it's a lot the first time that you hear it. Okay, there's a lot going on. There's the visuals, there's the music, there's the vocals, there's the lyrics. It's a lot to take in. Um, but I'm kind of stoked to be on this journey. This I like being confused sometimes with music. Um, and this certainly does a good job of it. And yeah, just saving that because I didn't see when it started. Couldn't have been more than like 45 or 50 seconds, right? You've gone 7+ minutes into a song, and now you're just going to decide, oh yeah, just fry screams, growls, all the things. Incredible. Incredible. So, Sleep Token Army, um, is that the name? Is that what you go by? Let me know. Um, tell me where to go next. Tell me in the comments. As always, tell me if I need a live performance or studio version. I like these visuals. Granted, I've never seen Vessel perform live, so that might be kind of cool. But let me know like what the typical like canon and order is, because I will do it. All right, and please make sure you subscribe. That's how I know that you want me to keep doing these. And yeah, we'll keep this party going. Have a great day, guys. I'm gonna go and listen to this song about 4 more times.